Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between FoCuS and Happy. This game taking place here on Autumn Leaves. Happy spawning as the yellow undead over here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Gonna be opening up with a Death Knight. No big surprise. Going up against FoCuS, who is opening up with Farseer. So Farseer against Death Knight, it is going to be Headhunters. So Farseer, Spirit Wolves, and Headhunters going up against a Death Knight, and perhaps ghouls into Crypt Fiends once the graveyard is up and operational. Speeding things along in game, well, in my second game today. Thank you for everyone who watches on YouTube, who watches on Twitch. If you guys enjoy what you're watching, please consider subscribing on YouTube, following, and Twitch. If you guys want to support me even further, I do accept Twitch subs, and I do also have a Patreon as well to try and continue to produce all of this great content. Farseer. I'm going to go ahead and make its rounds about trying to clear up some of these creep camps as quickly as possible. Forest Troll, Berserker, and we're going to be looking at a little bit of damage being absorbed there. Resummoned, and in come the Spirit Wolves as well. Farseer taking a little bit of that damage right there. Sasquatch looking to put in some damage on the Headhunters. And the Headhunters do have to be careful. That normal damage from those Sasquatches can, in fact, deal and finish off the Headhunters in a pretty quick manner. Over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, Death Knight looking to clear up some more creep camps, using only that Rod of Necromancy, able to do exactly that, as we are finally getting our first Crypt Fiend out here onto the battlefield. All right, FoCuS opting to go for a bit of heavy creeping instead of going for harassment here, and has 2 claws of attack plus 5 to his name right now. That is some big bonus damage across those units as he picks up a potion of replenishment, which is exactly the item he needs right now. He may not have to actually head back home in order to try and pick up some healing salves, as the Farseer having a bit of additional experience is exactly what he wants. Coming back down to the south here, the Farseer, is he going to continue to creep? Yes, he will. Summons up some additional Spirit Wolves. Headhunter going after that Sludge Flinger, and now the Farseer is purposely backing away. Will be able to get up to level 3, and also has that potion of replenishment, healing up once more. Tome of Knowledge there. Farseer does have level 2 Spirit Wolves now ready to go, and perhaps going to try and summon them inside the undead base of Happy. All right, Tome has been left behind there. Acolyte now trying to retreat, but the Farseer, the story of the game now, Farseer going to be racing down to try and put on pressure with those Spirit Wolves, who can in fact get in some critical strikes. All right, summoning in Spirit Wolves straight behind the enemy lines there. Farseer now trying to back away. Is he going to be able to get off any attacks? No, the automation, or it looked like there was a little bit of micro lag there, as the Farseer was unable to get the attack off before moving again. So he missed a couple or a handful of attacks here, and is really sticking around in a battle that he has no real reason to be here for. Farseer down to 152 hit points with really no true benefit at all. Headhunters now making their way back down. A healing salve on the Farseer will heal him back up quickly. Summoning up some extra Spirit Wolves, perhaps trying to get up to level 4 quickly for level 2 Chain Lightning. All right, in comes the Wolves here. Inner Fire coming back across as well, trying to get some damage onto that Forest Troll High Priest, but in comes Happy Undead Army, level 3, and a Dark Ranger following up at level 1 to perhaps turn around those Headhunters. There goes a Death Coil, picking up the item, as well as the Mana Stone now trying to back away. Dark Ranger getting in some easy shots and going to be able to get in some experience, as well as the Dire Wolf down to 214 hit points already as well. Farseer coming in from the side, and Dark Ranger as the second hero. A bit of a surprise here, but getting that additional early pressure on going to be definitely helpful, as we're looking at the Farseer trying to put pressure on that Death Knight and keep him back. All right, as the damage is starting to add back up, Shadow Hunter is going to be the second hero. We may be looking at Healing Wave or Serpent, Healing Wave and Hex here, as the Dire Wolf going to get taken down, giving a last bit of experience to that Death Knight. Dark Ranger sitting at level 1. Farseer looking to finish off some additional Skeletal Minion Warriors. Happy clearing up creep camps right around the corner of FoCuS. That's a very, very gutsy move, as the Farseer could come around and come in with a Chain Lightning to try and steal some of that experience. Additional damage onto the Death Knight is perhaps in order, as well as the Death Knight is still trying to keep his distance. Perhaps land a Death Coil to finish off that Ogre Magi. Critical strike coming across from that Dire Wolf, getting in big damage onto the Crypt Fiend as the units are still backing away. You can see that damage, but the Death Knight can still easily get up a Death Coil and heal up those units. All right, continuing to wake up that Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi down to 200 some odd hit points will get bursted down. Dark Ranger will get to level 2 and, well, make his way on, or her way on, to level 3. Farseer, Shadow Hunter, wandering around here. Death Knight off to the north. Crypt Fiends, Obsidian Statues are here as well, as those units are trying to back their way. Death Knight can be able to continue to put in more pressure. Healing Wave saving up some of those units, as this is a little bit of a dance. And, well, there was a roar being cast by the Dire Frostwolves here, as they are just tearing into Happy's army and units. That is going to be a major, major setback, as all of these units are trying to retreat back now. Death Knight now low on mana, not going to be able to heal all that much, and it's really the Dire Frostwolf and this Creep Camp which is dealing the majority of the damage on both sides. All right, fighting next to a creep camp is always always dangerous, as we see right there. Happy coming in across, trying to escape away with that hexed Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend is going to be able to be saved. More damage still added on. Shadow Hunter trying to keep a little bit of distance as well, as, well, that Crypt Fiend is just doing a slow crab walk sideways. Raider continuing to put in all of that pressure here. Crypt Fiend now trying to back up once more. More damage off onto all of those units, as we see a scroll of speed to try and chase after those units here. Obsidian Statue going to get burst down here. One Obsidian Statue quickly taken down off of that ensnare. Healing Wave still saving up more units, as the Raider could be trying to focus down, or, well, focus down another unit by ensnaring it. Scroll of Town Portal quickly being used. Dire Wolf, Dark Ranger down to 42, 24 hit points and escapes. Yeah. Crab walk moving sideways there. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter, Farseer heading back off to the north. The, well, claws of attack really not making as much of a difference any longer. Dire Frostwolf getting in some damage here. Shadow Hunter wants to get to level 3. Meanwhile, Happy with his Death Knight and his Dark Ranger still putting pressure around. We do see we are at Black Citadel, and we are just now starting up that third and final hero for Happy, getting that Lich. Tauren Chieftain now joining in on the battle as well, coming in with Endurance Aura first. Endurance Aura to try and offset the unholy aura of the of that Death Knight, and will allow his units to be able to catch up easily and put in pressure and damage. Kodo Beast out here onto the battlefield as well will offer a bit of, well, a big damage boost once more. Death Knight, Dark Ranger, level 3, level 2, 2 Obsidian Statues, Crypt Fiends, Happy purposely staying in no upkeep. Meanwhile, FoCuS, actually with a relatively small army here, going to try and engage. Are we looking at hit and run tactics with these Raiders and Headhunters? I don't believe so. Only one Raider and one Kodo Beast here, so going to be difficult to try and get in all of those necessary ensnares to pick off units. Lich sitting on Orb of Corruption here. We're waiting for this tactic here. FoCuS is trying to set up an expansion, and will he be able to buy that necessary time? Death Knight looking to get to level 4, going to be very, very close after this battle. Level 2 Unholy Aura for faster movement speeds could spell problems. One more bit of experience is all that is needed, and the Death Knight going to be benefiting right there. Level 4 Death Knight, level 3 Dark Ranger, and with the level 3 Dark Ranger, that Lich, once it gets to level 2, will constantly be able to get, well, plenty of mana with those dark rituals to get off of those higher hit point dark minions. Level 3, level 2 Tauren Chieftain does now have access, or should have access, to Stomp if and when the time comes. Spirit Wolf should be summoned up here. Granite Golem's going to be coming back across, but there's a potential Creepjack. Happy running in from behind, and, well, a retreat is already in order. A bit of slow coming across, trying to come in with the flank. One Headhunter already down, as we see Silence go across the Tauren Chieftain unable to get on a stomp. Granite Golem comes in with a pound, and once more the creeps making a very, very big battle here so far, as the units are trying to come in with the retreat. All right, FoCuS trying to keep track of Happy. Is Happy actually going to try and creep out this creep camp while he is nearby? That Granite Golem represents a large amount of damage. Farseer now coming in from the other side here, as the Kodo Beast does not have anything in its belly. Trying to go after some of those targets. There's some more targets here. Tauren Chieftain could get off a stomp. Are you going to see a stomp? No, no stomp. A beautiful silence coming in from Happy once more, as the Tauren Chieftain unable to land any true stomps so far. All right, trying to make its way back over. Kodo Beast does land in a stomp. Only gets a dark minion, though. None of the Crypt Fiends were caught, as the Kodo Beast still has nothing in its belly after all this time. All right, are we going to see a stomp here? Yes, there is a stomp once more. Kodo Beast isn't going to even bother to try and eat it, just trying to get burst it down with damage, but the Death Knight, with its level 2 Death Coil, able to stop that once again. All right, another burrow coming in from Happy, able to save 2 Crypt Fiends, 3 Crypt Fiends throughout this match, a 4th Crypt Fiend. So there are a bunch of burrowed Crypt Fiends all across the map, and Happy playing out of his mind right now, able to save multiple low hit point Crypt Fiends, able to save the Lich. Death Knight should be trying to Death Coil that Lich here in just a second. Obsidian Statue finally getting taken down, but Raiders are falling as well. All right, I don't know why, but the units did unburrow for a quick second. That was not what he wanted to do, as the Crypt Fiends are now trying to come back over. All right, Farseer trying to back away. Is going to try to take a Goblin Zeppelin. He will. Death Coil Frost Nova, however, finishing off that Farseer before he's able to jump inside. All right, more low hit or more damage coming back across. Another Crypt Fiend getting to get taken down. 42 supply compared to 47. Both sides absolutely losing a large amount there, as the Crypt Fiend makes its way back off to the north. All right, fortified armor on the Watchtower will be more difficult to take out. A Shadowhunter trying to back away. We see a Great Hall nearly done, nearly completed, as the, well, Peon getting taken down there. Watchtower coming in with continual poke damage. Kodo Beast looking to retreat back. Negative armor taking additional bonus damage on top of the piercing damage if the Crypt Fiends can get within range. Watchtower, well, still working overtime. Another Headhunter getting taken down, as the Great Hall looks to be about completed, but could be forced to be canceled if there is not enough defense. Great Hall down to 500 hit points, 400 hit points, 200 hit points, and there's that cancellation, as the Peon now makes its way back. During this time, though, FoCuS is rebuilding his army, resurrecting his Farseer. Tauren Chieftain is already back out onto the battlefield, and FoCuS now sitting on 47 supply compared to Happy's 50. The items on the undead heroes and the hero levels may make the big difference here. Level 4, level 3, level 2, going up against a level 3, level 2, level 3, level 3, level 2, as the Farseer may be forced to be resurrected at the tavern instead in a little bit of time. All right, resurrected at a tavern, always a little bit scary, since it has no half hit points and no mana, as the units are still trying to retreat back once more. Orc Burrows fighting back here as best as they can, but, well, the Lich, plenty of mana. Obsidian Statues keeping everything all topped off, as the Shadowhunter and Farseer are getting ready into position. Tauren Chieftain ready to lead the charge, but Tauren Chieftain also low on hit points. FoCuS is going to have a very difficult time. Happy actually breaking into low upkeep for this battle here, and now we're going to go into engagement. Tauren Chieftain comes in with the stomp, but does not get it off. Gets silenced, throws in the stomp finally. Shadowhunter needs to come in with the heal, as the Death Knight says, you know what, I want to get out of here. One Crypt Fiend lost, as the, well, Raider is able to be saved down to 17 hit points. Additional healing salves will be in order. 49 supply over 41. FoCuS currently upside down on supply. Meanwhile, Happy sitting in low upkeep right now and giving the economic advantage to FoCuS just because he's avoiding those taxes. All right, now with triple Obsidian Statues, what is the follow-up play going to be here? We're looking at, well, the Granite Golem waiting to be cleared out, and once more both sides in this position to try and clear out this creep camp, and it could turn into a potential problem as we see some, well, I don't know who that actually hit the boulder on. Perhaps the Lich, as now the Granite Golem now trying to retreat back. A little bit of damage. Frost Nova approx all of those units. Silence amongst all of those units. Goblin Zeppelin picking up the Tauren Chieftain. Gonna drop him back down once it is ready for a stomp. That is the question here, as the Goblin Zeppelin now down to 224 hit points. You have to be careful here. Goblin Zeppelin looking to try and drop. Are we going to see a stomp? We should be looking at a stomp there. No, once again, the stomp not coming through. Shadowhunter gets up to level 4. Tauren Chieftain now trying to make its way back over. Hasn't been able to get the stomps that he's wanted, even with Goblin Zeppelin Micro. All right, Dark Ranger could be in a bit of trouble. Are we going to see a stomp here? Dark Ranger could be in trouble. Death Knight is in the hexed form, and the Dark Ranger falls at level 4. Beautiful hex on the Death Knight to stop the Death Coil, stopping the Death Coil, preventing the heal, and now the Dark Ranger falls at level 3. Level 4, level 2 going up against level 4, level 4, level 3. Wolves are just trying to dive on in, but that is also giving additional experience to that Lich, who is now just shy of level 3. Level 3 Lich, level 2 Frost Nova, more burst damage straight out of the gate. Happy falling behind at 43 supply now compared to FoCuS is 47 with a little bit more gold. However, what's going to go down here? Dark Ranger now back out here onto the battlefield. Tauren Chieftain wants to line up and charge on in. Is he going to be able to do exactly that? Low hit point. Obsidian Statue being forced to retreat to the very far back. FoCuS gets Frost Nova on that frontline unit. There's an ensnare and there is a stun, but the Death Knight still has plenty of mana, should be able to save those units relatively easily. Dark Ranger now sending up to level 4. Units trying to retreat back. 49 supply compared to 43. A big Frost Nova goes down. Dark minions are taking back in its place, and that's going to turn into another Dark Ritual mana here in just a second. Well, no, I take it back. Lich has had Frost Armor, not Dark Ritual. We'll need level 4 for that ability. Tauren Chieftain still looking to back away. Farseer continuing the fight here once again. Headhunters and FoCuS with that Kodo Beast trying to make its way through, but that FoCuS's Kodo Beast has been unable to eat any Crypt Fiends for quite some time, as we see another Headhunter getting taken down. 2 burrowed Crypt Fiend hiding in underground, able to be saved. 49 supply compared to 44, and Happy has been doing a great job saving constantly all of these low hit point units. All right, Death Knight actually sticking around in this battle, taking some of the experience away from the Lich and the Dark Ranger, as he is already at level 5. All right, Dark Ranger gets a bit more experience there, picks up Claws of Attack plus 12. Is that going to be given to the Lich or staying on the Dark Ranger? Both have their merits, as more creep camps are getting cleared back up here once more. FoCuS, level 4 on the Farseer, level 4 on the Shadow here. FoCuS with, well, multiple Claws of Attack as well. Is he going to get Claws of Attack plus 12 from the Granite Golem and get into, what is that, plus 38 damage? That would be absolutely crazy. No, going to give the Helm of Valor instead to the Tauren Chieftain, and now at 1,000 hit points, a little bit more armor and a bit more damage. Kodo Beast, this hungry Kodo, I have not seen anything in its belly as of yet, as we've just now passed the 19-minute mark of this fight. Both sides, no one setting up expansions so far. It looks as though there are plenty of dark minions here. Are we going to see Happy do his classic unsummoning to build a final push army? And if that is going to be the case, FoCuS will have a little bit of an uphill battle to climb, as both sides still continuing to get a little bit more experience. Tauren Chieftain may actually get to level 4 here, and level 4 on the Tauren Chieftain would give level 2. Oh, come on, there's a wolf right there. There's a Frost Wolf right there, which would give the Tauren Chieftain that necessary 4 experience and have level 2 Endurance Aura, having all of his units attack faster and move faster as well. Little bit of a misstep there, perhaps. A tiny Great Hall being added, Manual of Health on the Farseer, and, well, this expansion may just end up becoming destroyed. 1 minute of mining is all that is left. The Happy All-In special, yeah, Happy All-In closing time special to close out a game. Level 5, level 4, level 3, ready for that push. Lich could get to level 4 here, and, well, we know Dark Ritual coupled with Dark Ranger's Black Arrows and those Dark Minions could be raining or translate into just a never-ending Frost Nova Blast. All right, expansion is already up and operational for FoCuS, not fully saturated as of yet. Tauren Chieftain in that frontline spot has a plethora of items, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, Potion of Mana, and should be able to come back across here. Death Coil, Frost Nova onto the Tauren Chieftain already, not starting off with the Potion of Invulnerability, which would have dodged all of that damage there. Kodo Beast trying to eat something and finally gets something in its belly. The Stomp, not quite enough. Level 4 on the Tauren Chieftain, going to finish off another Crypt Fiend there and now back up. 46 supply compared to 55. Death Knight, this is actually timing is quite a bit difficult for Happy, as Happy may want to start doing the unsummoning special during this fight. Kodo Beast now with something in its belly finally gets killed. 49 supply compared to 49, as the expansion is going to be in trouble. Heroes have been separated. What is going on here? Completely abandoning the expansion that he, well, so meticulously tried to establish, and now Happy not doing the unsummoning special, but instead going to be setting up an expansion of his own. All right, all the peons are gone, trying to back Death Knight into a corner, but the Death Knight still has a scroll of Town Portal. There goes a Death Coil Frost Nova straight up onto a Raider. A big stomp to try and stun down multiple units, but the Obsidian statues doing more than enough of a job to keep these units at least alive for now. Another Raider gets taken down, 42 supply compared to 49. Tauren Chieftain currently silenced, unable to put his foot down, as the peons are now making its way back off to the north. Berserkers trying to get in, well, big damage here, as all of the units are backing up into a corner. Farseer, Tauren Chieftain trying to reach its way inside. Are we going to see a stomp? Yes, we are. There is a stomp. There is a hex. Is it going to be able to finish off the Lich? Lich does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Tauren Chieftain gets, well, Death Coiled. Farseer could be next. Headhunter or Shadowhunter able to come off with the healing wave, but it may be too little, too late. Even with Happy backed up into a corner here, it seems like he is okay. FoCuS down to 39 supply. Obsidian statues finally getting bursted down. Shadowhunter gets taken down, and FoCuS finally gives the GG as the Shadowhunter falls. Happy doesn't do the all-in closing out special against FoCuS and still able to outlast his opponent. FoCuS actually lost control of his army for a little bit, separating his heroes and his units. That gave Happy time. He recognized the situation, saw that he could take down the expansion while FoCuS needed those precious seconds to regroup his army. Once the expansion was under pressure, he was forced to get into an engagement, as he needed that mining to continue to happen. Forced engagements are very rarely ever good for the person who needs to dive on into the situation, and that is how that last fight went. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.